I just explained up here how we get focused. Why? Because when you first get that new job, you're focused. Because you broke. So you want time. You're doing everything you need to do. But then over time, because you don't focus on your ability allows for you to come to work late. Why? If you're focused on your ability, you would say, I got to make sure I get there on time. Why? Because I might miss something. Watch this. I need to make sure I get there on time. Why? So I can get my proper hours. And then if I get there on time, I can make sure I'm not late for my break. And when I'm not late for my break, I don't have to leave early. And when I don't have to leave early, I don't get fired. Today I want to talk about the law of compensation. The law of compensation is the amount of money that you earn is direct ratio until the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and the difficulty it places you in. So to give you guys an example, I'm a barber. So the law of compensation for me is the need for what I do. What do? I'm a barber. I cut people's hair. So number one, in order for me to receive from the law of compensation, we must ask ourselves, is what I do a skill set that people need? Yes, people need their haircut. That's one. All right. My ability to do it. Did I go to school? Have I practiced? Have I continued to learn? Yes. So that's the second thing. Am I in a place of need where I can always get better so people can potentially pay me more money and I can get rewarded by the law of compensation? Or is it the three? I mean, is it also with the three, the difficulty that it places me in? Now, when you hear the word difficulty, you may be thinking of something negative, but I'm speaking of difficulty in a great place, in a great payment. I mean, you are so busy, but you're also able to execute. Why? You're in a difficult place. Why? Because your ability to do whatever you need to do has allowed you to be in a difficult place, but you are being able to execute. So today I want to talk about the law of compensation. Hi, my name is AnewYouEveryday. Welcome to A New You Every Day, where I give you information that you didn't know you need so that you can have the option to change your life. A new you every day. The choice is yours. So let's get back into it. Like, comment, subscribe so you'll know when I drop another video like this. So the law of compensation is the amount of money that I earn is a direct ratio into the need for what I do. So the first thing, by me being a barber, I found out what I need. I found out how to be in a service or a position where people need me, right? So now you need to be in a position where people need you. All right. So but you also have to be able to do it. So even though people need you, you still need the skill set. So when people need you, times your skill set, right? And then the difficulty it places you in. And then the difficulty it places you in. Or law of compensation. Why? Because now, law of compensation, the way you receive money or receive income, is you need to have a ability to meet someone's need. That could be food, that could be lawn care, that could be hospital, nursing, that could be pressure washing, anything. But then you have to have a skill set behind it. Why? Because the second one is your ability to do it. Now, I think this is where everybody mess up at, because they don't give in a lot of effort, but they want the money. So what am I saying? Watch this. We need to realize that money is not the end goal, but money is something that shows the results. That's why the Bible says money is the answer to all things. So let's look at this. The first week someone gets a job, they show up on time every day. So I say 5 days a week. The second week, they show up every day. The third week, they show up every day. Majority of the time, after this third week, they finna get paid. So, what ends up happening? The fourth week, they show up late. Right? They show up late. The fifth week, not only do they show up late, they leave early. Right? So then the sixth week, not only do they show up late, they come back from lunch late, and then they leave late. They leave early. Now, a lot of people don't realize, but by week 7, they're fired. Why? Because they found a job that people will need them, but they didn't focus on their ability to do it. Right? So, instead of showing up, the first 3 weeks, they showed up on time. Why? Because they know they won't pay you the first week. They won't pay you the second week. After the third week, you get all 3 checks. Like I remember when I used to be at restaurants, I used to hate that because I come in and they'd be like, hey man, we actually pay y'all twice a week. Every 2 weeks. I was like, okay. So they'd be like, because you came in, you got to wait 2 weeks and you might have to wait, to the next pay period. So sometimes you had to wait 3 weeks just to get your check. So a lot of people get that first check. They go might get a car. It depends on how much money they got. But they might go get a car. They might go get an apartment. They might go do something. And then because they don't want to focus on how to get better. They don't want to focus on the ability. They actually hurt themselves. And then that's why the law of compensation actually demotes them, even though they were promoted because they were being consistent. So really, it's not about money. It's about being consistently being able to improve yourself. So a little side note here. That's what I'm saying here. As you can see, as you focus every day on daily improvement, you get a reward, which is money. Now, so the thing I just want to say is basically, if you master improving your skill set daily and make an intentional decision to be a better barber or a better professional, whatever it is, and be a better person. So, one thing I said that was powerful is just because you have a great skill set doesn't mean you're a great person. So, we also much focus on becoming a better person, also with becoming better in our skill set. Now, side note, Nate, what do you mean by getting better person? What I mean by that is this. If my skill set needs to continually get better,